Ambitious Women Rise book launch. And I'm Jessica Fox. I am the thriving business mama, and it is so much fun to take women like these amazing women with stories about how they have overcome obstacles to build the life that they've dreamed of. I like to say that you are responsible for your own happiness, and so am I. And that's what each and every one of these women did. So, ladies, congratulations. And seriously, you need to grab a copy of this book right now while it's still 99 cents on Kindle, and it's dropping in the link right now, because you don't want to miss these ladies' stories. And so what we're going to do today to celebrate the international best-selling authors on this stage, ladies, we're going to take a moment and introduce the ladies that were able to join us live today. And they're going to introduce themselves as well as share a little bit about their chapter and their big gem that they cannot wait for you to receive. So again, I am Jessica Fox. I had the privilege of curating Ambitious Women Rise. There are 14 amazing women from all walks of life who have come together with the purpose to inspire and encourage other women to be their best selves, because you too can rise. So I would love to start with the amazing Canadian author, Rita Miceli. Rita, thank you so much. I loved your story so much. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us your beautiful gem from your chapter today?
Well, thank you, Jessica. And thank you. First, I want to say it's an honor to be with all of these amazing women. So it's my pleasure and honor to be doing this alongside all of you. My name is Rita Miceli. I'm from Canada. I am a very proud mother of 4 children. My husband and I are very blessed. We have 4 children, and one of whom, my only son, has autism. I'm an educator of almost 30 years, and it ranges from grade school all the way to the college level, where I teach in the autism and behavioral graduate program. Our journey with autism is what our story is all about, and it is to tell those mothers who are just getting a diagnosis that they need to realize there's so much there to be thankful for. And my story is called My Perfect, Imperfect Life, because sometimes we set out on a journey and we think our life, we set it to be as perfect as we possibly can. As women, we try to do everything that we can. And then you fall into a big dark hole. And it's about opening our eyes to the beauty that is in front of us. And my son has been my most tenacious teacher in every aspect of life. He has taught us incredible lessons and opened our eyes to the beauty of every little thing. So I hope my story will impact those that are facing a child with a disability of some sort, that even though their path may not be exactly what you set out for it to be, it is just as beautiful, and the sun will rise, and it is a journey that you will enjoy traveling through. So I thank you for letting me tell my story, and I hope it inspires many.
Oh, Rita, that's amazing. And as a mom myself with kids, that's just so remarkable and so inspiring. So we honor you as an international best-selling author. I'm so grateful to have shared this space with you and this book with you. And thank you so much. So friends, in the comments below, grab a copy of the book so that you can hear and read Rita's amazing story. And not only that, in the book as well is an opportunity to connect with any of these amazing authors on the stage today. So definitely grab a copy of that book so you can hear Rita's amazing, amazing story. Thank you so much, Rita. Wow, well done.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. We're going to move to the fabulous Dr. Izdihar Jamil. Oh, Izzy, and again, this is my 4th project with you, and I'm just so excited to once again share this space with you. So please introduce yourself, let us know your gem and takeaway from your chapter.
Thank you so much, Jess. It's just been such an honor to be working together with you. We always have a blast. We always go for it. And we're just like, we haven't got time to mess around and fluff about, ain't it, ladies? We've got a million jobs to do. We've got kids to take care of, dishes to take care of, one husband to take care of. You know, we've got work to do. And thank you for today. My name is Izdihar. I love helping women to be the #1 go-to expert in their field. I just love it, because the top 1% is the one that get paid the most. So we want to position yourself as the top 1%. And my chapter is called The New You. Basically, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like really scared and anxious, because there goes my freedom, isn't it? With having a little munchkin. There goes my freedom. I'm going to take care of things. I have to pull back on my business. And it's just scary. It was really, really scary for me. And then I had to figure out a way to overcome that. And more than that, I just exploded. I just like went up rather than hit a pattern. I just completely exploded. I have scheduled 6 books coming out this year alone. I have my own magazine coming out end of this month on 30th of June, which is going to be on it. And I'm going to go all the way, high ticket, high level, grown my team. Like, I'm doing things I've never done before, even before babies. So I feel like baby Munchkin is a blessing, because he taught me that I can go all the way rather than putting a break. It's going to go all the way for it. And then I'm also planning a retreat for beautiful ladies. We're going to fly to the most beautiful island in the world. In the morning, we're going to have meditation. And then we're going to go to the beach with our coconut juice and write our book. And then walk in the sunset. And then on Sunday, we're going to go to the spa and celebrate. And once we look beautiful and gorgeous, I'm going to fly in one of the top branding photographers of all time. She's going to take our pictures. She has been asked to take pictures for British Vogue. She works with the go-to brands of the Duchess of Cambridge. So it's like, you know, the closest we can get to the royal family, isn't it? And have our fabulous pictures. So whether you have a baby or something big that's going to happen or happening in your life, know that it's an opportunity for you to take the lid off and explode. Hope that makes sense. And today, you know, running the bestseller campaign with the ladies. Just saw me earlier with a baby. Click, click, click. But there you go. So, darlings, you've got what it takes. You just got to know how to do it, structure it, and take the brake off from your pedal. What do you call it? Like hit the metal to the pedal, or hit the pedal to the metal? Whatever it is. That's it. Hit the pedal to the metal all the way. Take the lid off. Because I didn't know I could do this. I was scared. I really was. But then I just go all the way and play. And baby Munchkin showed me all the way. But thank you so much, darlings. You've got what it takes. Time to take the lid off and go explode yourself. So thank you so much, Jess.
Oh, I love that. Again, ambitious women rising, no matter the obstacles that we are facing. That's what this book is all about. And so my friends that are watching, if you need some inspiration, there is another. Take the lid off and hit that pedal to the metal. You can do it with your baby on your hip. I've been doing that for the last 2 years too. So I understand that. And it is possible, no matter what you're facing, for you to rise into the person that you are meant to be and to grow beyond your capacity, beyond what you really think is possible. So thank you so much, Izzy. It's been such an honor to continue to work with you. And I'm so grateful for your inspiration and addition to this book. We're going to move right along to the beautiful and amazing Sarah. Sarah is coming to us from the NICU. Isn't that correct? So Sarah, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit, what is the gem and takeaway that you want to share from your book today?
Hey lady, it's good to see you again. Yeah, actually I'm doing clinicals today in pediatrics in the NICU. So my story in the book is really what I had to overcome. Was I was living halfway across the country, working in the medical field, and I was going through an issue with domestic abuse. And people think, okay, low income, minority groups, that kind of stuff. So people are like, you're going through this, you know, you don't fit the normal profile for this, especially being in the medical field. It's like, you know, everywhere to go or that kind of stuff. And, you know, and it was a little bit ironic or whatever that I would be taking care of patients that were also victims of this, and I would be giving them the info of how to get out of this. And I myself was stuck in this cycle. And so it was one of those things where it's a lot easier to tell somebody else to do it than it is to get out of that yourself. So there was just a point in time where I finally hit that line, you know, because if you aren't going through it, you're like, well, why didn't they do this? Or why didn't they do that? Or it's just so simple just to leave, and it's not. So it was, I drew the line, and you find that time, and you have to make these hard choices. And that's why my title is It's Time to Take That Chance, you know, and you have to figure out, you know, if there's kids involved, and there wasn't, I was by myself at the time, you know, it was just me. And so it's like the pros and the cons, or what's going to happen if I get caught, or, you know, what are the repercussions going to be? And I was living halfway across the country from my family. I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have anything like that, but you had to make that decision on how you were going to do it, you know, and what you're going to do. And so I guess my reason for it was just to be the inspiration that whether you have kids or not, you need to be there and show that it is possible. And if you have kids, you need to show not only, you know, how you want to be treated, but what they should expect from others, you know, and that it is possible. It's going to be tough, but, you know, what you go through to get out of it is totally worth what happens when you get through it, you know, what you make on the other side. So I now have a great husband. We live on a farm and ranch. I have a 3-year-old who knows more about farm equipment than I ever will in my life. You know, he's my little cowboy. He's the greatest thing ever. And I got back into the medical field after I was able to get back to the Midwest, closer to my family. And it was a struggle, you know, and it takes a long time. You know, everybody says, oh, well, once you're out, you know, you can just move on with your life, and you can't. And that's something else that I talk about, you know, that you've got to be able to build yourself back up and find a good support system, you know, and work your way back through it, because things are, you know, they're never going to be the same. You have to build yourself back up and find a support system, and you have to be positive every step of the way. And that's how you find the light at the end of the tunnel, is you always stay positive. And I've always believed that you can't take care of anyone else until you take care of yourself. And that has always been my big part, is I got lost in taking care of everybody else at work, that I stopped taking care of myself. And that's where I drew that line. And if I wanted to take care of anybody and be good at the medical field and my job and what I truly love to do, you have to take care of yourself first. And that goes for moms or family members that have kids that are involved in that situation. You stay to protect your kids, or you stay to protect your family, but you can't really take care of them if you aren't taking care of yourself. And so I want this to be an inspiration that anybody can do this, you know, and it just takes a positive mindset and knowing that you are that role model, and you just need a little extra inspiration, because it can be done.
Sarah, seriously, I want to take a moment and honor how vulnerable you are in your chapter. And by the way, I've had the privilege of reading everybody's chapters as I've been curating the book, and Sarah's chapter gave me a ball fest. Truly, flat out, ladies, you are going to cry. And it's just amazing. And so I just honor your vulnerability and your willingness to share your story because, the reality is that we all know women in that situation. But there is always a way, no matter what circumstance you're in, there is always a way. And so I just want to honor your contribution to this book and your story because you are truly an example of a phoenix, which is, if you guys have seen the cover, it is a phoenix rising because ladies, no matter what, you can rise from your circumstance into who you are meant to be. And so I just honor you, Sarah, and I celebrate you. You are an
Thank you.
international best-selling author, and I know your story is going to change lives. So thank you so much, Sarah. Oh,
Thank
beautiful.
you. I'm so excited for everybody else in this group. You guys are amazing.
All right, we're going to come off mute. How excited are you, ladies? Everybody come off mute here. Give me a little hoop and holler. How excited are you about this book? Come on. I know I was running around like crazy lady.
So excited.
Yeah.
I know. Well
Amazing.
done, ladies. All right, so now we're going to move along. I'm going to be featuring now the fantastic, beautiful Mika Thornton. She is coming in from Uganda. And right now there is a bit of a power outage. So we're going to get her on just in case she has to pop off. And by the way, all the proceeds of our book launch are being donated to Mika's orphanage. Mika is the founder of an orphanage for young children in Uganda. And all of the proceeds of this launch are being donated to Mika's orphanage. So Mika Thornton, she is from the US, but has lived in Uganda for a few years now. Please come on up and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about, I would love to hear a little bit about Mama Mika, and tell us about your chapter and what your big takeaway is for the ladies.
Yeah. Wow. I just want to say thank you so much because I'd kind of forgotten that we had even discussed that. And so that the fact that that's happening is amazing, especially in the middle of this. We're in a secondary lockdown in Uganda. So we're 7 weeks, can't leave any district areas, can't travel. So it's been crazy. But so I've been traveling back and forth to Uganda for about 5 or 6 years now and moved here full time back in October in the middle of a pandemic. So I'm a little bit of a daredevil, but I wasn't always like that. And that's kind of what my chapter is about. And it's called Decision Making to Decision Acting. And so the biggest piece of advice I ever got was someone said to me one time, if 2 frogs sit on a log, one of them decides to jump off, how many frogs are left? There's still 2 frogs because one made a decision but took no action. And so I really took that as a college student. So I'm 23 now. I graduated last year or in 2019. So it's been 2 years now. I'm losing track of time. But that being said, I was told my second year of college by a professor when I told him that I really loved being in Uganda and going there every summer and serving, that I wanted to move there one day. And my college professor looked at me and said, well, just quit school and move to Africa. And I said, are you crazy? Like, I'm not crazy. Are you crazy? I can't do that. So I didn't do it. And I regretted that decision for the next 3 years. And I was like, why didn't I just quit what I was doing in school and go do what I wanted to do? Because school would always be there, but the people I wanted to serve would not always be there, right? So that being said, that was when I started to shift and shift my way of thinking. And I still left college with almost $100,000 in student debt. And so I remember there was no way I was ever going to get to Africa until one day it just worked. Somebody decided to donate the full amount that I needed to live in Uganda for 5 years and serve, just in one fell swoop, out of the blue. When I had just quit my job, I had no idea what I was going to do next. And somebody was like, well, I'm going to give you money to move to Africa. You just need to do it. And I immediately dropped everything. And it took me about 3 hours to make the decision. I called my dad and I was like, I'm doing this. This is happening. And so COVID hit. That was in January. COVID hit. I didn't get to move here until October. But I spent that time really getting to ready myself to come here. So I took the opportunity, came here, and throughout my time in Uganda, that's really where the Mama Mika began to start. That's my social media handles and things, because I get to be mom to about 150 kids here. So it's, I'm nothing without my Ugandan counterparts. So I never want anybody to think that this is all me. This is just me getting to work alongside people and facilitate social media and fundraising and things like that. But really, that's what my chapter is about, is like decision making and decision acting are two very different things. And you can never be the woman that you admire and become the woman that you admire and want other people to admire if you don't take action on your decisions. So I'm just really so excited to be a part of this project. And I'm waiting for my Wi-Fi to cut out at any second because the power's been out for about 3 hours and we're dying off here. But I'm so glad to be a part of such an awesome group of women, and I'm so blessed by this opportunity. But this is awesome. I can't wait to see where this goes, guys.
Thank you, Mama Mika. And by the way, you guys grab a copy of Ambitious Women Rise in the comments, and your purchase, the royalties from your purchase is being donated directly to the orphanage in Uganda and to support Mama Mika and 150 kids.
Yeah, I guess I didn't talk enough about about what we do here. So we have a children's home and a school, and we do programs. I kind of lost track of where I was talking, but we have a school with 150 kids, and we're all kind of scattered right now because of COVID. But we also do projects for the moms that we work with. So we set up businesses, and we really have a goal of sustainability. So that's what we do here with Tendo Ministries that we founded.
I love it. So you guys, you're not just purchasing a book. You are investing in the next generation in Uganda through Tendo Ministries, and that is our charity of choice for this book launch. And Mika, we are so excited to honor you. Mama Mika, everybody, we celebrate you. I honor you. Thank you so much for sharing your story and sharing at 23 years old, becoming a decision action person. Well done. Well done. Beautiful. This has been amazing so far. If you guys are just catching me now, you have joined the Ambitious Women Rise live launch book launch event. And I am with some of my authors from Ambitious Women Rise. I had the privilege of curating this project for myself and 13 other amazing, ambitious women, where they have all shared their stories of how they have overcome the obstacles in their life to build the life of their dreams. And what's amazing, if you have not heard, this book went international #1 on Amazon today, and we even beat Bill Gates in the charts. We went #1 in Canada and the US, and so I am sitting on a panel of international best-selling authors, all of these women here today. And I want to introduce you right now to another one of our international authors, Megan Bruner's, the almost new mama herself. And she is coming to us from South Africa. So we just heard from Mama Mika in Uganda. And now we are going to hear from the amazing Megan in South Africa. Megan, tell us who are you?
Hey everyone. Let me greet all of the international bestsellers. So my name is Megan Bruner, and I am from Cape Town, South Africa. And Michael, your story really touched me because I'm a purpose coach. So I help women discover their purpose while building profitable businesses with lasting impact. So each and every woman that contributed towards this book, there was a dream inside of you, there was a potential inside of you that was yet to be unlocked. And my potential was unlocked in lockdown. I mean, how many of you can testify to that? So I fired my boss, everybody, in the middle of lockdown, when lockdown started. And yes, that's right, Jessica, I fired my boss. Like, you just have to improvise. And myself and my husband, we are married for 7 years. And I'm not sure about you, but when you get married, the next question that people ask is, so when are you going to have children? The first year passed, the third year passed. I was like, when you can close your ears or when you can get a tape recorder just to respond the same answers. So you're like, oh, come on now. You know what? Womanhood, you are complete as a woman, right? You don't need to be a mom to be complete. If you are single, it's not a curse, it's a blessing. The same if you are married and you don't have kids. So this is really just to transform lives. And I speak a little bit about my journey from womanhood to motherhood. Myself and my husband trusted for a baby for 7 years. And while I was writing this book, I found that I was pregnant, y'all. And I was like, what? I was like, so I wrote my first book on purpose. And I was like, okay, I've got all these incredible women. They're all moms. What am I going to write about? And the testimony was inside of me all along. So my message is really, your story matters. It doesn't matter how small or insignificant it may look to you. But the fact that you stepped out, each and every one of us, the fact that we stepped out means that we are giving other women permission. Come on now. We are giving other women permission to be their authentic self. So I speak a little bit about my journey of being an ambitious mama to be. So I'm 18 weeks pregnant now. It's an exciting journey. I am just embracing it. And I also speak about my journey of where I was retrenched and basically build a coaching business from scratch. My coach is from Georgia, from Atlanta. So she blessed me. God placed her on my path. I believe in destiny helpers. I'm sure that there are people that is waiting to sow into each and every one of you. They just need your yes. That's all we need, just your yes, right? We just need to show up in order for people to sow into us. And that's exactly what happened. So someone sowed from the US, sowed into my coaching business. And that is when it all started. So now I'm working with women all across the globe, helping them to unlock their potential, helping them to discover their purpose, and helping them to walk in their calling confidently, right? So I struggled with self-esteem. I struggled with low confidence. And I'm a recovering people pleaser. How many recovering people pleasers are there in this room? So I'm just so grateful to share this platform with all of you. And I just want to say that this is only the beginning, right? When you just need to give your all, right? You just need to make that decision and say yes, and then everything else will fall into place. So that's me, Megan Bruner, all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. And it's an honor and a privilege to share this platform with all of you.
Oh, Megan, thank you so much. And I love that you found out you were pregnant during this, and that's just such a completion for you. So thank you so much. I honor you for your contribution. It was beautiful. And I am just so excited for what is next for you. Thank you so much. Oh, it's been an honor and a privilege. All right, we're going to bring it stateside, and I'm going to invite the beautiful Erica Olsen to come on up, introduce herself, and tell us what is your gem takeaway from your story and chapter in Ambitious Women Rise.
Hey, hello, everybody from beautiful Wisconsin. I can't believe I get to sit outside today and share this with you. The gem that I have for you through my journey, I really realized that there's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with anybody that I work with. We are all perfect in our own unique ways. And my story goes through quite a few things, but overcoming anxiety is really where I focused on, because it really led to be the turning point of accepting who I am. I've been an intuitive psychic medium since I was 2 years old, and never really embraced it because it's freaky to everybody else. And it takes me through the journey of being blessed to be abroad on a trip to Israel, where I literally was able to put my feet in the Sea of Galilee and have my prayers answered. I was with a group of people who were phenomenal, and the pastor came over and put his arm around me and said, you know, the answer is yes. And he didn't have a clue what I had been praying for. So from that, yes, I now have a coaching business. I am a spiritual life coach. I'm an intuitive medium. I am a mentor. I am a mother and a wife and a sister and a daughter. And it is those things in life that we see as stumbling blocks, but they're really building blocks, because each one of those things that we may view as a flaw are really those unique things that make us who we are as individuals and why we are so needed here and now. I have learned to trust my intuition. I learned to really stand in my own truth and be proud of who I am, because when I do that, I can hold that space for others as well. So I am loving the fact that we are from all over the world and we all have unique abilities and different gifts. And that's what I celebrate in life and with the clients that I work with.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much, Erica. Oh my gosh, Erica. And again, it's amazing that we get all of us have that moment where it just changed everything. And actually, we all have, let me rephrase that. We all have a series of moments, right? We get this moment, and then there's another moment, and then there's another moment, and it just builds, and we continue to rise. And so, Erica, thank you so much. I honor you and your contribution to this amazing, amazing project. And for those of you who are just catching us, we're talking about Ambitious Women Rise, the amazing stories of women overcoming obstacles to build the life of their dreams, which went live today on Amazon, 99 cents for the Kindle version, and it went international bestseller in Canada and the US, and we may have beat out Bill Gates's book on the charts, because ambitious women, we know how to roll. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us and meeting my amazing authors. It has been such a privilege to work with these ladies over the last several months as they have been sharing their hearts, their vulnerability, and their stories for you. This book is for you, that you may be inspired to rise above your obstacles and see how other women have done it in their own life. And they're not just sharing their story, they're sharing with you their wisdom and even giving you practical ways for you to implement what they have learned in your own life. So grab a copy. The link is in the comments, and grab it while it's still 99 cents, you guys, because you can't get a better deal than that. And on that note, I would love for the fantabulous Natalie Tellish to come up, unmute, and tell us. Introduce yourself, my dear Natalie, and tell us what is the gem that you want to share from your chapter today.
Hi, everyone. Number one, my smiling muscles are sore. This day, being at the table with all of you incredible women is beyond a great privilege. And I just thank you all so much. I'm going to try not to cry, but I cannot promise you anything because this is amazing. So I'm Natalie Tellish. I'm a certified conscious parenting coach. I am a mom of 4 kids, a wife to a wonderful man. And those roles owned me for a really long time. And I was really enslaved by those roles for a really long time. While I have always been a very passionate visionary, my dreams got buried so deep inside as I tried to be the best mom and the best wife and the best friend that I could be. And so now I'm honored to help parents, moms mainly, who are stressed and exhausted and angry and resentful. Because when we're not aligned with our true purpose and we're not living out our own core values in our day-to-day lives, that causes discord in every area of our life. And as much as we try to be the best and do the best and check off all the things, there's just so much brokenness in our relationship with ourselves, in our relationship within our families, in our careers. So the way I help people through these things is by connecting with parents and helping them build deep, meaningful relationships with themselves and within their homes. And in the chapter, of the book in my chapter that I wrote of the book, it's called Consciously Rising. And the message that I want to share with moms is that everything that you need to achieve your dreams alongside your role as a mom and a wife, it's already inside of you. It is already there. Those dreams that you had as a little girl or as a, young college student, they're not gone. They're still there. And you can access them. It takes a lot of undoing of our own mindsets. It doesn't take anything outside of us. And so that's what I share in the book. And really that's the message that I've been put here to share with everyone, because I've been there. I've been that exhausted, stressed, angry mom. And we deserve better. We deserve to be our best selves, because only when we can be our best selves for ourselves can we be good for anyone else. So there's that. That's me.
Oh, Natalie, thank you so much. Oh, girl, it's so true that it is so, so important for us to become our best selves. And I think that's so incredibly important. And again, I thank you for your vulnerability, everybody's vulnerability, as you guys have shared your stories, but what more than that, what you've learned from their stories. And so for those of you that are with us, we just heard from Natalie Tellish, conscious parenting coach and international best-selling author, along with every single one of these ladies on this panel right now, international best-selling authors. And if you would love to grab a copy of Ambitious Women Rise, grab it from the link in the comments, and for 99 cents during this launch. And the beautiful thing is that all the proceeds are actually being donated to Tendo Ministries, which is an orphanage in Uganda. And so not only are you supporting your own growth and transformation, but you're supporting the growth and the transformation of children in Uganda who need our love and support as they grow into their best selves as well. So thank you again, Natalie. You are amazing. I want to pass the mic right now back over the pond to Portugal as we invite Catarina Rebelo to come up. Introduce yourself, Catarina, and tell us what is the gem and takeaway from your chapter that you would like to share.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here today. So I'm Catarina Rebelo. I'm from Lisbon, Portugal, and this has been such a day. What I wanted to share about my chapter in the book is about acceptance and forgiveness. So I'm a mom of two. They are 8 and 2 years old, and I have been a mom late in life as well. So I have come to realize that I wanted to do all these things for myself, but I made choices that were different because I wanted to be there for my kids. And so I came to accept them as the choices I made, and accept that I was here at this moment because I made those choices. And by accepting them, I opened space to allow me to grow into the person I want to become. And forgiveness as well, because I know that the choices I made, I wanted something different, but I made those choices. So I kept procrastinating on those other things that I wanted. And so by forgiving myself for not going through with them, I allowed myself to start taking action. And so my motto is that the time to take action is right now. Just stop thinking about it and just do it, because when we start taking action, things start to happen, and this is one of those things. And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Jessica, for allowing this to happen, and all the other women, fabulous women that are here as well. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations, Catarina. Oh, and self-forgiveness. It's so, so incredibly important on our journey as women, as entrepreneurs, as whatever it is that we are moving toward. That sense of self-forgiveness really helps us propel forward. So thank you, Katerina. I honor you. Thank you so much for your contribution to this amazing, amazing product. And I have two more authors to introduce you guys to. So if you guys are just catching our live now, we have been celebrating the launch of Ambitious Women Rise, which is the stories of these amazing women, how they have overcome obstacles in their life and are now creating the life of their dreams. And so down in those comments right there is the link, so you can still grab it on Amazon for 99 cents. Well, I want to introduce you to another ambitious, amazing risen woman, Lamisha Conley. Lamisha, introduce yourself and tell us what is the gem takeaway from your chapter you would love to share today.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Misha Mish. I am super duper excited for this amazing opportunity, and thank you so much for having me on here. You know, you guys could be doing anything else, but I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. Well, I am super excited to just tell you a little bit about the gem from my chapter of the book. So the chapter is called Dare Not to Neglect Myself. For many, many years, I was similar to how Sarah, she was just saying how she just gave and gave and gave of herself and really did not think about herself at all. And so, you know, that has to come to a point because, you know, you just can't be and then not, you know, get filled up back up. So I just gave of myself, and I, you know, had found that I was living inauthentically. I was living in fear, and I was just in prison in my mind. So I was just really at a very low point in my life. And I was just like, I see the light, I just don't know how to get out. And so with lots of help and really my village, the people around me, I'm so thankful for the help that I was able to get unstuck, you know, just, you know, and it was a brick by brick. It was taking off one layer at a time. But what I tell you at the end of my chapter is really how to live an authentic life, fearless and free, because you want to be whole in all areas of life. So, there's 10 domains of life. So you want to be whole in all of them. And that is what I speak about, try to help you through writing out your vision. I tell you to write out your vision. I tell you to get rid of emotional blocks. And then I tell you to get feedback from those closest to you, those around you. Like, what is their perspective of you now? How can you get to the next level and then the next level? You know, you want to be a whole person. Personal development is important. And so that is a little bit about my chapter. You gotta read the whole thing. So you gotta get a copy. You got to get a copy to read the whole thing, okay? Thank you so much.
Down in the comments. Yes, Lamisha. Oh my gosh. Thank you again. And I love that. Ladies, like, just practical ways. Like, write it out and get rid of those blocks. And it's work, but it's worth the work. So Lamisha, thank you so much. I honor you and your story and your contribution and your vulnerability. It has been such a pleasure to work with you and every other author in this project. If you guys have been hanging out with us, you are seeing and hearing how freaking amazing these women are. So grab the copy of the book, because truly these ambitious women have risen and they are bearing it all so you can rise too. And now I would love for the amazing Amanda Faye. Would you please come and join us, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about your story and the gem takeaway from your chapter that you'd like to share today?
Well, I'm not as good a speaker as all of you are, but I do want to thank you, Jessica, and all the wonderful ladies that are sharing their story for giving me this opportunity. My chapter was like a series of events from when my journey started 28 years ago, the building blocks, you know, to figure out who I am. And this last step or journey, I mean, not the last, but the core of my chapter is probably about just loving myself. The very beginning of my chapter talks about how women try to be everything to everyone, and we lose who we are in the process. And that's what I'm really focusing on right now, is just loving who I am and just being Amanda for once in my life, just being Amanda. So I am super blessed to be here and read the chapter. I can't wait to read all your ladies. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, Amanda, and again, I love just to be Amanda, right? And
yeah,
you get to be you, no matter who you are. And there is such freedom and authenticity and progression in your life when you get to that place. So I'm so grateful for that insight. I honor you and your contribution and your chapter. And literally, it was just so amazing, along with every other author. So I want everybody, if you're still with me, come off mute. You international best-selling authors. You became an international best-selling author today. And we are celebrating the launch of Ambitious Women Rise. Oh, make sure you grab a copy down in the link. And we are so grateful that you've joined us for this launch. If you haven't grabbed a copy yet, grab it while it's still in launch price of 99 cents on Kindle, Amazon. And we are grateful you joined with us today. So Facebook Live, we say farewell. Bye. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.